Today on the Wildlife Family, my dad's gonna show me how an elevator works. Grandpa's gonna show me where stars come from and what happens when they go out.
Cowabunga, surf's up!
Grandma and I are gonna travel back in time to find out where sand comes from. Uncle Micro and Uncle Scoper are gonna explain why we have reflexes.
I got it.
Wow! And Mom and I are gonna find out why mosquitoes bite us.
Mosquitoes!
Sounds like a show you can really sink your teeth into. Come along with me and meet the smartest family in all the town. The Wildlife Family. Mom can make it plain to see that what goes up eventually comes down. The Wildlife Family. Come and meet the Wildlife Family. We got a lot of real know-how. Frank knows a lot of flying. Ask him and he'll show you now. Why do airplanes fly?
When I land, I'll tell you why.
Meanwhile, there's a dragon making some kind of a potion in a vat. The Wildlife Family. And Grandma's no stranger. She can teach you all the dangers found in that. The Wildlife Family. Mixes a mechanical marvel pie. I know a coffee kind of guy. Maybe we can show you the answer now. If you want to take a look inside. Everybody's in a lather.
Rushing, London, what's the matter?
Every person here's a crime.
Rushes to the baby side.
What's the deal? What could it be?
Just tell the Wildlife Family.
Hey, the questions that you have are not too serious. The animals and plants are not so mysterious, so have no fear. Everything will be made clear. The Nella Quick and Quack are here.
This is the moment of supreme concentration. As young Victor YY attempts to set the world height record for a house of cards. And he's done it!
Well, champ, how does it feel?
Kinda itchy.
That looks like a mosquito bite.
Mosquito!
It's mine!
No, I saw it first.
Don't look so sad. You can make another, bigger one. Meanwhile, this ointment will soothe your bite.
Well, why do mosquitoes bite us?
Actually, only female mosquitoes bite you. Male mosquitoes feed on nectar or other plant juices.
Okay, why do female mosquitoes bite us?
Well, females feed on blood to build their energy. This helps their eggs to develop.
Whoa, that's pretty gross, Mom.
Mosquito!
Mosquitoes are fascinating creatures. Let's follow one.
Okay, as long as I don't get bitten again.
There it is, straight ahead.
Wow, she's fast. Doesn't she ever get tired?
Mosquitoes can fly for up to 35 hours without stopping.
Hey, Mom, how did she find that fisherman?
The mosquito can detect the carbon dioxide we give off when we breathe. Then when she gets close enough to sense our body heat, she knows she's got a meal.
That's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, well, no one knows more about disgusting than you.
Hush, you two. We don't want to miss the show. To begin with, she sinks her piercing beak into the skin until she finds a little vessel full of blood.
How come the man doesn't feel a mosquito biting him?
While she's sucking the blood, the mosquito injects her saliva into the skin. Mosquito saliva contains special substances that send our skin to sleep. That's why we don't feel the bite. For a while, anyway.
Do mosquitoes bite everybody?
Yes, but some people are more sensitive to the bites than others. Don't fret, Victor. I know where to find plenty of mosquitoes.
Where, Mom?
Over there.
That's just a pond.
Mosquitoes lay their eggs in standing water, like a pond or a puddle of water. A female mosquito can lay 200 eggs every 5 days.
Uh-oh, they look hungry.
There are 2 ways to protect ourselves from mosquitoes. Either wear long sleeve and long leg clothing, or spray our bodies with a repellent to keep them at bay, like citronella, which comes from tropical grasses.
There's some now! Hold on!
We sure got lucky that time.
Speak for yourself. I've been bitten.
Then I guess you got the point of this episode.
Oh, Mom.
Hey, come on. If Scopo said that, you'd be laughing hysterically.
Have you ever wondered why the salty oceans, lightning, thunder, what the earth is like down under? Why there's wind and snow and rain? Let Earth and basalt explain.
That's it. The last tower.
Cowabunga, surf's up!
Well, Zygo, that was a great castle.
Basalt, you really need to watch where you're going. Now Victor has to build another castle.
On the bright side, there is plenty of sand.
Yeah. Say, Grandma, where does sand come from?
I'll show you, dear. Basalt, we're time traveling.
Hey, neat.
We're 100 million years in the past, the height of the age of dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs rock.
We're really here to check out this volcano. Its lava is cooling to form rocks, and those rocks will become sand.
Get out of here. Rocks are all hard and everything.
It's true. See those rocks sliding down the mountain?
Yeah. Hey, they're busting apart.
Right. Eventually, they wind up in rivers, and the action of the water breaks them up even more, one tiny little piece at a time. This slow wearing away of rock and stone is called erosion.
Wait a minute. Now, even with this erosion, a rock is still harder than water.
Yes, but if the water is moving, like in a stream or river, its current can wear a stone completely away in a few thousand years. Let's go back to our own time. That's where the sand on the beach comes from. It's carried down from the mountains
By the river.
Right. But sand comes from other places, too. Basalt! Submersible mode! Underwater, the waves and ocean currents erode not only rocks and stones, but the coastline itself. And the same waves that wear down the rocks also deposit more sand on the beach. Here, Victor, take a look.
Whoa, that's a lot of sand castles, all right.
You know, Victor, there are as many different types of sand as there are different types of rock. In Hawaii's volcanic sands, for instance, there's iron and basalt.
Basalt?
Here I am!
No, the other basalt. A kind of black volcanic rock. A basaltic beach would be all black sand. Basalt? Our next stop is Africa. This is the Sahara Desert.
Ooh, it's a hot one. Oh!
Wow!
Oh, my!
That's a lot of sand. But I thought there was no water in deserts, so how could the rocks erode?
You're right, Victor. There's very little rain in the desert. But there is wind, and wind can also erode rocks into sand.
Hey, what's that over there?
Well, it looks like an oasis. There must be water there.
Oasis! Oh, that's for me!
Oh, wait, Basalt! A desert also has... mirages.
Oh, I should have seen that one coming.
Who has all the answers about the sun and moon and stars? That would be Zygo and Magic. Who can tell us all about the atmosphere and Mars? That would be Zygo and Magic. Pick a spot in outer space, they've been all around the place. Zygo and Magic, here they come.
12,354, 12,355.
Look, Zygo, I got a brand new ball. Come on, let's play.
I can't play now. I have to count the stars.
Oh, I thought there were billions of stars.
Oh, no. I've lost count.
But Zygo, why are you counting the stars?
Because we think one of them may have died. Yeah, and Grandpa Matic had the bright idea of counting them to see if any are missing.
Stars die? I thought they just go on shining forever.
Well, they shine for billions of years, it's true, but eventually they burn out.
This is a nebula, Victor. It's where stars are born.
It looks like smoke.
You're right. A nebula is a huge cloud of gas and dust.
What's that?
Well, we can't hang around for billions of years waiting for a star to form, so Grandpa Matic invented a clock that speeds up time.
Patent pending, of course.
Watch closely, Victor. A star is about to be born.
The atoms of gas in the nebula are being pulled together by gravity
To form a huge spinning ball of gas.
Zygo, let's move forward to the next phase.
You're the skipper. Oops, I pressed the snap button by mistake.
As the atoms of gas are drawn closer and closer together, they bump into each other more and more. That produces heat.
Ow! I think there's something wrong with the snap button.
Eventually, the heat and pressure cause the atoms to merge together instead of bouncing away from each other. That's called fusion.
And once fusion starts, the star begins to shine.
The birth of this star took 50 million years. This one is about the size of our sun, so it will shine for about 10 billion years.
It will spend all that time fusing the gas in its core.
Let's go forward, Zygo. Just before it runs out of fuel, a star expands to become what we call a red giant. Then, when it's completely out of fuel, it collapses. Gravity once again pulls the gases of the star closer together. Eventually, it becomes a white dwarf. If it continues to collapse, it will form a black hole, whose gravity is so strong that even light is trapped. Now, if a star is massive enough, instead of collapsing, it can explode. This one has used up its fuel and has become a red giant.
Red giant? It's a super red giant.
What, that's right. And it's burned up its fuel about 4 million years sooner than a smaller star would. And when it collapses, the gravitational pressure is so great that it causes a split-second fusion reaction.
Which releases a tremendous amount of energy. An explosion that scientists call a supernova.
Whew, that was close.
I'll say, let's get going. Hold on tight.
Wow! That was so cool! Even better than Star Wars!
How does it do this? How does it do that? Max is the one with the electronic knack. Machines are his thing, so don't go berserk. That's on the job. You'll find out how they work.
Hey, Dad, I need another bag of plaster.
No, times like this, I wish I had an elevator.
If we had an elevator, I'd spend all day riding up and down. How does an elevator work?
All elevators use pulleys. A pulley makes it easier to lift things. All you need is a rope and a counterweight. You see, Victor? It's easy. Well, that's enough general principle. Let's go see a real elevator.
Okay!
Basalt, would you mind terribly taking us into town?
When were elevators invented?
Well, the pulley has been around since ancient times. But the first elevator for public use was installed in 1857 in a New York store.
So, how does it work?
The elevator runs along a shaft, which is a deep well fitted with rails. The elevator car, which carries the passengers, moves along these rails, and it's hauled up by a cable running through a pulley.
But the pulley can't work the whole elevator.
Right you are. There's a lot more. Come on. Take a look.
What the?
At the end of the elevator cable is a counterbalance, which is made of heavy metal plates. When the car goes up, the counterbalance goes down. Well, the pulley is worked by an electric motor, and that's what makes the car go up and down.
Oh, so if there's a motor, why do you need a counterbalance?
That's easy.
The counterbalance is here because I felt sorry for it and didn't want it to feel left out. I'm the guy that does all the work.
Now, I know you work hard, but this is an educational show.
All right. I'll explain. The counterbalance is heavier than the car. It weighs as much as the car plus the maximum weight of the passengers. That means when the car goes back down, I only have to lift the difference between the weight of the counterbalance and the weight of the car. Otherwise, I could only lift an empty car. And what good would that do?
Oh, there you are.
There are other motors that work the doors, and
Hey, what happened?
I think basalt is too heavy for the car. The engine can't pull the car up.
Yeah. What if the cable breaks?
You want to take this one?
Go ahead. You're doing fine.
First of all, there's no chance of that happening. But even if it did, the elevator is equipped with powerful brakes to keep the car from falling. There you are, Victor. Now you know all about elevators.
Excuse me. There's one little thing about elevators you forgot to mention.
What?
An elevator isn't a toy!
These guys are in the know, microwaves go full.
How those potatoes doing?
Coming right up. I got it. Wow!
Oh, yummy.
Why did you drop the potato, Uncle Scopo?
It was burning my hand. No, it wasn't. Thanks to your sense of touch, you dropped it before you felt any pain.
How does a sense of touch work?
We'll go find out.
Where are we?
Well, according to the gizmo, we're under your mom's skin. What you're seeing are the tactile corpuscles. These guys are the reason we can feel the things we touch. Pressure! That doesn't mean you have to share it with us. Hey, guys, lighten up already.
I can also feel cold. I'll show you.
That's cold, all right.
I can feel heat.
And I can feel pain. I'll demonstrate. No! I mean, that won't be necessary. Thanks for your time. Those guys got a lot of nerve. Yes. Let's keep an eye on them from here.
What are they doing?
When they feel sensation, they change it into electrical signals, which then travel to the brain. Ah, there goes one now. We'll follow.
What's this?
The spinal cord, a thick bundle of nerves that run through your spinal column.
I thought the signals go to the brain.
They do. They're transmitted along the spinal cord.
Oh,
When the brain receives the signal, it analyzes it and identifies the object that we've touched. Then the brain tells the muscles what to do. But sometimes the spinal cord sends the signal directly to the muscles. Like when I caught that hot potato. Right. Scopo's tactile corpuscles sent the signal to the spinal cord, which then sent it to the muscles in his arms. So he dropped the potato before the brain received the signal about how hot it was. That kind of response is called a reflex, and it helps to protect the body from harm.
oh. Micro, I know you're a great cook, but just how are we supposed to eat these potatoes?
with style.
See?
Well, Victor, what'd you learn today?
Oh, tons of neat stuff. I learned that only female mosquitoes bite us. They need our blood for energy so they can lay their eggs.
That's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, well, no one knows more about disgusting than you. I learned that sand starts out as rock. Get out of here. Rocks are all hard and everything. And over time, it's worn away by water and wind. I learned that stars are born when hydrogen gas is pulled together by gravity to start a fusion reaction. And I learned that an elevator works by using a pulley, a motor, and a counterweight to move the car up and down.
The counterbalance is here because I felt sorry for it.
Thanks for your time.
Sounds like a pretty big day.
It was, but I still have plenty of questions left for next time.